Hey guys, it's Gaba here, and this time I bring you another 360 live streaming video with all the upgrades and changes of the last years. I'm happy to see that my previous videos in this topic are still very popular, and I'm glad that I could help many of you solving live streaming issues. But now in late 2020 there are some changes in Insta360 live streaming which make things easier or in some cases a little bit more complicated. But I think it's nice to know all the possibilities that the latest software and cameras provide us. So let's jump into it. First of all, using the latest Insta360 models like X3 or 1RS1 Insta360, you can stream via wireless connection between your camera and the phone. It sounds like a great update because previously you had to use a short cable which affected the distance between the devices and made things a little bit uncomfortable. So this wireless operation seems like a better solution, but brought another issue. While the cable connection was a little bit cumbersome, you could select Wi-Fi or mobile phone data to run the stream. In this case, you cannot connect your phone to multiple Wi-Fi networks, which means once you have your camera connected, you can only stream using mobile phone data and you cannot stream using Wi-Fi networks. It's fine if you have unlimited data on your phone, but it can be a problem if you have to pay for extra data or you simply don't have proper mobile signal on the streaming location. In this case, the old Insta360 One X is still the best choice for 360 streaming, as you can connect it to your phone with the good old cable, and you can go live even using a local Wi-Fi network. But basically this new wireless connection can be a good news for many of us, as it's more comfortable in most of the cases and it has another big advantage. While with the old setup, the length of your stream was limited by the battery life of your camera or your phone, since you couldn't charge any of them while streaming. In this setup it's not a problem anymore, you can charge both your camera and your phone during live streaming. And at this point, let's take a closer look at the streaming setup. I think it's very important to get a nice preview, so I like to keep my phone next to me, even more I mount it on my handle. There are many great solutions for that, but my favorite one is using a short magic arm or a bike mount like this with a tiny phone adapter. This way I can see the video and view some feedbacks during streaming, doesn't matter how long my pole is and how far I put the camera. And talking about feedbacks, unfortunately there are no big changes here. You can still see likes and comments during a Facebook stream, while you get no feedback in YouTube streams. Neither the live chat and likes are visible, nor the number of viewers. So basically YouTube streaming still feels like a one-way broadcast instead of an interactive virtual event. But I've also got some good news about YouTube streaming. In my previous video I showed you my trick how you can go live in 360 with very few subscribers using RTMP. Well, RTMP is still working, but you don't need to use it just because you have less than 1000 subscribers. Now you can stream on any YouTube channel even with 0 subscribers, which is a good news for small channels, but also a nice feature for anyone who has a personal channel for friends and family. Even more if you don't really use YouTube as a content creator, but you have a Google account, you can create a 360 stream even for a single person, or you can stream a family event to the ones who couldn't join in person using YouTube. Long story short, the availability of YouTube live streaming is no longer depends on the size of your channel. It works even with less than 1000 subscribers. And it's not an issue on Facebook either. You can stream on your personal feed, in a group, or on a page where you have access as an administrator. There's only one thing that can be a little bit weird. During Facebook Live you can look around in 360 by touching the screen with 2 fingers, so it's not as usual as normally panning around in 360, just like swiping with 1 finger. It's good to know especially when you are streaming in overcapture mode, because in this case you are both the streamer and the virtual cameraman who directs the camera and the viewer's attention by framing the image in real time. And of course, besides selecting the direction, field of view and camera tilt, you can live stream in Tiny Planet view too. In this case you won't give a free hand to your audience to control what to look at in the 360 space, you'll be the one who have full control over everything. The only thing you cannot control during streaming are the exposure settings. You can stream in auto mode or with some manual settings, but once you selected your settings and started the stream, you cannot modify it any longer when you're in air. So in most of the cases auto mode is recommended, especially for longer streams. And now let's see the streaming options on both platforms. On Facebook you can stream in 360 in 1080p or in overcapture mode in a lower resolution. And on YouTube you can stream in HD both in 360 and in Reframe mode. In both cases the flat stream is a vertical 9:16 video, while the quality can be affected by the mobile network and the quality of the lenses and sensors. And that's why 1RS 1-inch 360 can be a big update in your 360 live streaming, because it has 1-inch sensors and high-quality Leica lenses. These upgrades affect the overall quality of your 360 videos and as a result, the quality of live streaming too. And after all, these are the latest 360 live streaming news in late 2020. If you like this short summary, please thumbs up, and for further 360 contents and tutorials, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.